Warning, you are about to hear swear words from a fucking old man. So, I'm at the Laundromat on 737 Glen Ferry Road in Hawthorne. I'm doing my laundry. So I thought, you know what? Maybe I can talk for 5 or 10 minutes, put it on YouTube with this stupid photo of myself, and that'll be it. I'm going to have a little goofy little podcast that I may do daily. I'm not entirely sure. I guess it just kind of depends on how I feel. But, hey, you know who I am. Doug, John, whatever the fuck you want to call me. Hello. How are you? Why am I doing this? Because everybody and their mother has a podcast, and I don't even know if this is considered a podcast. I don't even know what that fucking means. But that's all right. I wrote some shit on my phone, and I'll just talk about it. What do we got here? Oh, this is for all you guitar dudes out there. The Line 6 Helix has come out. And I've seen some videos on YouTube. Rob Chapman does a two-parter that, look, I honestly think that I would be fine with the Line 6 Helix. I think that would cover all my bases pretty much. A lot of you know that I've got the Line 6 Veta 2 head, and that it's currently being a little cunt. So what I've done is I've taken my Line 6 Pod HD 500, and I've had a friend, and I'm so bad with technology, I had to make a fucking Facebook group called the HD 500, whatever, users group. And I got my friend from high school on there, Jason Hart, who's helping me along because I don't know. Anyways, so what I'm basically doing now is I'm using the Pod HD 500, or the Line 6 HD 500, and going through the effects loop, or I'm using the power amp section of the Veta, so I don't even really need to get it fixed. I haven't heard it, I haven't tweaked it, but everybody says that if you run an HD 500 through a power amp, and apparently the Veta's is pretty badass, that great things will happen, and it'll sound fantastic. Which is great, because I want it to sound fantastic. The one thing I'm bummed about is that, with the Veta, you can have the dual amps going and all that shit. And I like a really good stereo chorus sound. And the way I'm running this HD 500 into the Veta, I'm only going to have mono. And that just bums me out a little bit. But look, as long as I can find a decent chorus in the HD 500, I won't cry too much. But what are you gonna do? I'm not broke, but my wife and I are in a bit of debt. And I think we can probably smash it in the next 3 or 4 months and live like fucking paupers and get rid of the debt. And then maybe I'll be able to get that Loch Ness green Ibanez Universe, which would actually complete my universe quest. I don't know, we'll see. We will fucking see, bitch. You don't mind if I call you bitch, do you? Nice. So yeah, lines, and it's so funny because there's the whole debate on, what's better, the Axe FX 2 or the Kemper profiling amp, or Line 6, Helix. I just think that after a while, all three of them are as good as each other, and you should be able to fucking get 3 or 4, like how many fucking tones do you need, okay? I would say, like me personally, if I'm doing a show with Alarm somewhere, I need 4. I actually only need 3. So the way I set it up on my pedal board is clean channel with, glitz, which is going to be bit of reverb, bit of digital delay, bit of chorus, and make it sound shimmery and beautiful and lovely and all that. And then your rhythm tone, which, when it comes to modeling amps, I don't go for like the tread platey or the Mesa Boogie rhythms. I don't do scooped mids anymore. I like to take a Marshall mod, get the mids in there so that it'll cut above the fucking bass when you're being mixed live. I've got to tell you, I worked at a music store out here, and they were selling. Oh, what was the amp? Oh, this is going to drive me nuts now. I've got a shirt with the name on it and everything. Ah, fuck. Oh, my God, it's going to drive me nuts. If I remember, I'll put it in the comments below. Anyways, in the store, they wanted me to demo it. And I think I did. It's probably on YouTube somewhere. I don't even remember. Fuck. I'm going to actually have to pause this and find out the name of the fucking... Because I won't be able to tell the goddamn story. So, hold on. Okay, I'm back. The Hayden amp. The mofo, this, the mofo, that, whatever. Tube amp, yada, yada. You plug it in. It sounded, to me, absolutely fucking shit. Like, I would never play... First off, there's not enough gain. So, I'm not going... I would never fucking... I couldn't play... through a Hayden live. Anyways, I did this thing where I think I emceed like a battle of the bands out here in Australia, and a bunch of high school kids and shit, and it was awesome because a lot of really good talent was there, and it made me feel happy that these young fuckers are gonna do music right. So, anyways, this band came up. I don't know the name of them. Couple of guys on Les Pauls, they plug into... It was the whole back line was Hayden. And they played Pat Benatar, You're a Heartbreaker, Dream Maker, Love Taker, Don't You Mess Around With Me. Anyways, it was fucking unbelievable. When they mic'd it up, and, my buddy who ran the thing, he's the one that, mic'd them up, and he was doing the mixing. There was no fucking professional mixer there. I'm telling you, it sounded fucking amazing. So what's my point in story is usually if you think your amp sounds like shit as opposed to what you want to hear, the amp that sounds like shit is probably going to sound better live than, or cut through all that, the bassy bullshit. I could be wrong. I mean, it's definitely not inspiring to play through a fucking amp that you're not into. I've done that before. My father-in-law's called me up on stage to jam with his band, and I had zero fucking gain, and they wanted me to burn. And I just ended up looking like a fucking cock. I really did. I was like, and then I was embarrassed. I was like, I will never do that again. But, the show must go on. I remember... we played a gig. Alarm played a gig in Adelaide, and we were running through, the band before us's gear, and I needed to do channel switching, and the guitar, the dude's shit I was running through, there was no foot switch, so I had to physically stand by the amp head and just pushing a button when I wanted to go from clean to dirty. And that's just the way it was. It didn't take away from the show. My parts probably could have been tighter, obviously. But what are you going to do? The show must go on. No one complained about it. And we went down a treat. And, of course, I got drunk. And I sang Quando, Quando, Quando at the fucking karaoke part of this pub. And then there was a band fight and some shit happened. But whatever. I'm about ready to wrap it up. I've probably spoken for too long already. And look, I will wait. Peace out.